Hello everyone, I thought it would be very interesting to have historical battleships fight it out to the death, so, well, first off we're going to have the two most popular warships that I can think of. The mighty Yamato class battleship of the Japanese Empire, facing off against the infamous Bismarck of the German Reich. Put your bets on who will win in the comments below, and let's get right into it. Alright, here are our two ships, and I will be putting the first match where both ships will be on AI control. So we have the Yamato here, turning the 18-inch guns to fire, and we have the Bismarck all the way over here at about 30-ish kilometers, also turning their guns to fire. Put on 10 times speed and see what happens. Bismarck gets first blood, but Yamato gets a slightly bigger hit. Yamato is opening up with AP rounds. I think so is the Bismarck. Yamato's getting more damage, but I think Bismarck's getting more hits. Ooh, a very big hit by the Yamato. I think they are increasing range. No, they're actually closing range now, at least the Bismarck is. Yamato, on the other hand, is also closing range. Interesting. This actually is going to be bad for the Bismarck, because the Bismarck has stereoscopic rangefinder, whereas the Yamato has coincidence. Yamato also has a lot more armor, and therefore will be a lot better off against the Bismarck. Yamato's rocking 16-inch main belts and 8-inch main deck, while the Bismarck only has, I think, a 12.6 main belt as well as a 4.7 main deck. So much less armored. However, does have not all or nothing. Yamato's all or nothing. Turtleback, that's what the Bismarck has, which means that close range actually has more resistance, I believe. It's not helping it from getting obliterated by the 18.1 inch guns of the Yamato, though. Very interesting. Both have regular crew. The Yamato is absolutely obliterating the poor Bismarck here. Secondaries are going off. This is the laid down version, not the later war version, so it has 6-inch guns instead of tons of 2-inchers, so it still has a fair amount of, or well, 1.1s. And it looks like the Bismarck was just not able to keep it up. Okay. The next round will be me taking control of these Bismarck to see if I can actually do anything about this. Now, I don't know if I will be able to quite take advantage of maybe angles or something. We seem to have somewhat decent accuracy at range, but I don't know if we can actually do any plunging, because we have, unfortunately, light shells, since we are the Germans. I will turn away, I think. We have the range and the accuracy to kind of go away. We can also drop down to, what's my cruising speed? 20 knots? Maybe not 20 knots. Stay slightly angled. Oh, we're out of range. That's not good. I thought we had more range than that. Only 30 kilometers of range, and we go pretty fast. Fire targets. Come around. That's going to throw off our guns for a little bit. Ooh, a ricochet. That's what I needed. Hopefully we can keep ricocheting these shells. Unfortunately, we have gotten, I think, a little bit too close. About 25 kilometers, we have enough deck pen. I wonder if we can even get a deck hit, though. We are still ricocheting shells, which is very good. I don't know if the Bismarck's going to actually be able to penetrate the extremely heavy Yamato armor. And plus, we're getting penetrated ourselves. It's really not that close, unfortunately. I'm going to turn away. They have the secondary advantage. Well, I think we do have speed advantage, though. And turn away. Firing back as we go. Hopefully a bit of back and forth can keep me alive, though. It looks like they might... Oh, geez. Yeah, they're getting some pretty good hits on me. Not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, I don't have amazing armor. Pretty sad, to all things considered. Jeez, it's not looking too good. Our secondaries, by the time we get into range, won't even be any use to me. So the only thing to do is probably run away as fast as possible. Getting a lot of ricochets, that's good. We are on fire. I think we are losing structurally right now, but at this rate we might be able to do something. We get a couple penetrations, nothing. I don't know if it's going to be possible. The Yamato might just be too powerful for me. 15s versus 18s. I thought it would be doable, but I don't know if it's going to be quite doable. I get all my 15-inch guns on targets. I only have 3 on targets. If I can turn out of the way of those shells. Ah, jeez. Try and turn totally away. We might have angle issues now is the only issue here. Oh, I went broadside. Did not mean to go broadside. Any good hits? We're getting hits. They're just not penetrating, which is really not good. I can definitely bounce these shells for a while. It's just not looking too good. Also, I think we don't have the speed advantage anymore. Yeah, 24 versus my 23. So we are now slower, which means that if the Yamato wishes, they can close the distance and I can't do anything about it. It's definitely not the greatest thing in the world. More ricochets, that's good to hear. Still a 40% chance to hit. The Yamato's starting to get a little bit more broadside to us, which might mean something, I don't know. Side armor wise, we can pen quite a decent amount of armor, but what's the range we're at? 15 kilometers basically. We can pen 22.8 inches of armor, however we are angled a little bit. And let me try and read the actual statistic. So the angle is 54 degrees, that's not great. We'll try, and this might be the greatest decision because we have a bit of rudder issues here. If I can't get some of my guns, no, my forward guns aren't going to be able to fire, unfortunately. Yamato's still closing in. There's a lot I can do about it. Try and turn this way, see what I can make happen. My forward gun still might not be able to fire though, since we were angled so much now. Oh, nice ricochets, I love that. It's the Yamato, nothing. We're getting nothing out here. They have a lot of main bell armor, but they have like no citadel armor. We are still somehow not able to go through this. Oh jeez. Bismarck is not looking good. Folks, I think it's safe to say that the Bismarck is in fact not a match for the Yamato. At least in this game. Maybe in real life there would have been a difference, but unfortunately it's not looking quite good for the Bismarck. Bismarck, I believe, is going to completely beef it in a second. Nothing she can do. Yes, unfortunate, unfortunate. 47 seconds compared to 57 normally is a big difference. However, when it's a 3-inch difference of caliber, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Unfortunately, looks like we are not going to be able to save the Bismarck. Yep, Bismarck is gone. We finally got our first flooding hits. Unfortunate. Now, historically, there were technically 2 Bismarck-class battleships, so what if I added another battleship? Would they be able to take on the beast that is the Yamato? I guess there is only one way to find out, and I will also be taking command of the Yamato. And let's get the show on the road. I think we have good enough armor where we can just go full broadside and call it a day. It will have speed advantage over me, but that's okay. A couple of good hits and we'll be absolutely obliterating them. Yeah, they're getting hits on me, they just can't do anything. Must be something about the amount of armor I have. I guess 140% quality would definitely mean something. There's also the fact I forgot to set this to 150%, which probably means I didn't calculate the fact that these ships might not actually be able to pen as much as I thought originally. So, whoopsie. Yeah, this ship can still pen pretty much all armor, especially against the poor Bismarck-class battleships. We don't have great chance to hit, but we might also have to close in. They do have a lot of range on us right now. If we can close in, I think we win. We have the armor to survive and the guns to obliterate them. And they're getting hits. Their hits aren't doing any damage to me, though. we get closer with our coincidence, we'll be able to take advantage of that quick gun aiming speed. Look, penetration, set of fire, couple fires. Not too much damage though. Not too much damage. I ricocheted. Unable to fire all my guns at that lead ship, unfortunately. Also, we keep switching targets. I'd like to not switch targets, please. We have closed to under 20 kilometers, which means my next salvo, well, it's not looking too great actually. Next salvo should be pretty, yeah, 30% chance to hit. Even a couple of those hitting should do a lot of damage. Never mind, they don't hit. Guess that works too. Luckily they're unable to hit me as well. Alright, Bismarck. So I'm still trying to fire at this thing. Why are we changing targets? I keep changing targets for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm going to call that a game issue. Alright, 18-inch guns, reload. Firing a salvo and big damage on the Nassau. It's technically close to the Turpus, but that's okay. That is okay. I can still get broadside to this ship, the Nassau, supposed to be Turpus. 100% chance means that we should absolutely obliterate this in the next salvo. Supposedly. Big hits? Decently big hits. We're actually getting a lot of damage dealt to us though, it's very interesting. No more damage this time around than last time. The Yamato wasn't supposed to get this close necessarily. Now that we're slowing down the Nassau though, the Bismarck will speed in front of us and ricochet off. I'm hoping that the Nassau's gonna get angle issues and not be able to fire at me. Or just sink, that would work too. Let her go. She might have angle issues in a second. I'm surprised she's able to elevate her gun so much. Oh, there goes the Nassau. Now we are going to have to turn our 18-inch guns, which is apparently a 360 turret. I did not realize that. We're reloading, taking a lot of damage. Remember, our back 18-inch gun should also be able to fire as soon as... Oh, a ranging shot. I didn't know we had to range at this this close of a distance. We had to make sure we had the range. Need to start turning so I can actually keep my guns on target. Big hits, big hits. The two of these ships is doing a decent amount of damage, or they could just be me playing horribly. You never know. One or the other. Big hits? Yes, absolutely. The Bismarck is not having a good time. We need to keep turning though. We are having angle issues. It's a bit annoying, but hopefully it hits. Yes, the Bismarck is going to start slowing down now. I don't know if my back gun can fire. We are severely flooding. In fact, we might actually flood out. Oh shoot, we flooded out. We almost had both of them though. Alright, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Yamato is probably the #1 ship here. It only got sunk when there was 2 of them, and even then it was still a pretty close fight. So congratulations to the Yamato class battleship, you have won your first match. Who will she be up against next? Well, if I had to guess, probably something American. Also, chances are if you're watching this, you're not subscribed, so please do me a favor, subscribe. Helps me out a whole lot, and it's totally and completely free. Anyways, thanks all for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.